Hello and welcome to the 9th episode of What If Civilization Started on Another Planet. Last episode, we saw a couple of tribes here finally form to countries that are unrelated to this main chaotic little area right here. And a couple of wars broke out here, but besides that, it's been a little calming, especially in the southern... Actually, no, I take that back, there's that right here. But don't worry, because it's going to get more chaotic this episode. Now, first off, these two guys were in a war. This guy lost, but they still have a pretty sizable army. So, what they're gonna do is attack the pink country right here. Well, because if you know that, these guys expanded too much by a not very smart ruler, which led to these three countries, and now they're crippled. So, what they're going to be doing is they're going to send their army and try to quickly capture as much stuff as possible, but it's gonna go kind of slowly since they lost most of our army in this war. So it's gonna be kind of slow, but they will be making progress around the capital, which is where practically all the troops are. So they're going to be slowly just making their way around here, capturing all these areas, which is going really well. And even the the blue country also gets in on this, which they just absolutely sweep through. They get all like this northern part without like any issue, so they just easily take all of this. And this country right here, they're gonna capture all this and start an encirclement on the capital, which is not going too well, but now this is where all the troops are, so you can see this is pretty bad. They're making slowly and steadily little gains right here until these guys make a pushback over down here, which was a little unexpected but goes very well and actually meets up with the coast, splitting this part in two and trying their best to go here and actually get this part, which was due to a miscommunication and everything, because also these guys didn't have troops right here, so they're able to get all of this right here and actually get close to their capital, but that's going to get put to a halt when they get pushed back into this area, which is going to slowly be the end of this war. And kind of furiously these guys just go no, and they just sweep that back up as if it never happened, which was honestly a little embarrassing for the second strongest country in the world for that to happen. But besides that, it's just no more pink team. There you go. There's your answer. Okay, so in this peace negotiation, that does not look right. You could see that the pink team is a bit crippled, but luckily for them, it's not actually as bad as it seems. While they did lose a very large amount of land, the thing is population. Their population is around this little circle right here, which did extend down here, but mainly these are the densest areas with a couple down here, but besides that, they still have most of their population and just less land really. But you know, that's just a thing that they kind of have to deal with. But these guys are actually they're not doing the best either, because they're getting not too, I mean, they're getting pretty large, and the dark blue team right here, they're just gonna kind of take this little last part right here, which isn't gonna make a war or anything, because they couldn't really expand right now or really declare war, seeing how unstable they are with all this size and everything, which is why they actually decide to sell this part right here to this country, because honestly it looked pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm actually selling this, because it looked disgusting. I didn't like how that looked, so excuses that they sold it because it was I don't know, unstable. So these guys are also just gonna kind of go up around here and take like this little area right here, but besides that, that's probably all they're going to do for a bit. Just gonna take some more land right here, because they can still expand, and they are one of the few countries that can. Well, besides, there's also these guys down here, which we will get to in a minute. What else is there? Ah, yes. the brown team, they are one of the strongest countries. They've been dormant, so they will have the luxury of finally being able to do some expansion for a long time, because they haven't been able to for a while, actually, now that I think about it. And the thing is, they're being, like, kind of annoying in a way, at least to these guys, because they're like, look, we want most of this land, so you better try not to do much with it, okay? I mean, like, what are you gonna do about it? And I mean, they're right. They can't. The darker brown team, I'm using a lot of similar colors, damn. The darker brown team can't really do anything against the brown team. Huzzah. And that's also because the orange team just declared war on them. Wow, that's actually crazy, guys. Totally not unexpected. For two main reasons. If you've been following the series, they want to unite this island. And if we look at the religion map, there's quite a bit of people in this area, especially, which is why they want to take it back. Now, this part right here, they have a long border right here, so they do pretty well to kick these guys out. And there wasn't like really any sign that this was going to happen, so these guys right here, which are the reason these guys even got their independence with help and stuff, it allows them, it doesn't really give them time to help them out, which is, so they just get pretty farly pushed back. So this isn't gonna go well until, if we look at the terrain right here, around here are the mountains, so they will get to around here until they kind of get stopped by them, because there's just troops, bases, all that kind of stuff. So they kind of halted right there for a bit. Now, since the guys have so much bases and everything, they will be able to make a pushback right out here again, and try to make a naval landing right here, which does fail. And they did try at one point to get like some troops around here, but obviously they have this little area, which makes it pretty difficult to just get anything through with all these ships right here. And they are finally able to get some aid from the brown country as well. Oh my goodness, so much of the same colors. Well, the other brown team is giving them aid. I don't remember what I called them. So they are able to push back here, but that is stopped because these guys, with probably, now that I think about it, one of the best navies. I'd probably give it the second best navy in the world, only behind the red team, because they're mostly an island nation, so they will have a little pushback down here, but also make a landing right here, which is very detrimental, because look what the capital is. Yeah, it's not very good. So they're going to go here until, that's the wrong map, until they meet up with, past that, but that's fine, until they meet up here and encircle the capital, which isn't very good, because you can just see all this. But so this just crushes a lot of the army, which is that's not very good. So slowly and steadily, this little area, this fortress practically just begins to fall, and the people start to flee back to this country, because most of that religion is from this country. That's where actually they used to be, until they got kicked out, and now they're on another island. And these guys finally are able to secure that, and what they do is, well, they annex the entire island. Wow. Now, the island of, I don't know, we gotta think of a name now that I think about it. And I'll figure something out eventually, but the island is now finally reunified, and, what does that mean? Very unstable, because, let's look at this. That's, why am I not, thank you. They have settled themselves pretty well in this area, so there are some places here that are, from this religion. So what are they gonna do? Something called ethnic cleansing. Is it good? Absolutely not. So what's going to happen is, certain pockets of this religion is going, and population is just going to slowly go away, which is, how strange, because someone's doing that, and it's not good, so everyone's just kind of like, yeah, no, don't do that. But, thing is, the brown team is honestly, pretty good pals with these guys, and obviously the green team, because they're the same religion and everything. So the green team's honestly just backing them up. Like, come on, keep going. But the brown team's a little off and shaky about it, but they're still like, all right, because they are probably one of their biggest traders and stuff. Because there's a whole thing going on here from the islands and stuff, so that's not bad. I mean, so you kind of gotta keep it like that. And if we go down here, we have the red team, who has been dormant for a while because they've been dealing with their own little issues while they've been expanding. Because this island right here has felt more and more distant from this one, so kind of just, it feels off. It doesn't feel like it's really a part of this country, which is why a large southern part of the country decides to rebel. So basically, especially the southern part down here, which is quite populated now, is going to rebel, which isn't the best because they didn't really have troops in the southern area. They might have a little right here. They mostly have them right here and here. And I mean, in general, they just don't have much troops on this island, which is pretty bad, which just allows this country, or not really, this rebellion to just take a very large chunk of the land, and they even make it up to here until they finally meet the armies, and then it's kind of like a stalemate here. And what they do is actually take over a lot of the ports here, so they can't really make any landings, or at least makes it more difficult. Now, you can see how this is a bit of a problem, because they are able to start going here and make a little, and they make this little area. And now they get to the main armies, which are able to hold off, but just for the sheer amount of people and everything, they can't really do too much until these guys finally make a landing over here, and then it just starts, it goes a little poorly here, until it just kind of falls back right around here, and now it's just a stalemate, because just the sheer amount of people makes it pretty scary. Not the funnest, but they're able to do a little more pushing here until these guys make a push right up here, which goes a little too well for them, and then which isn't good. And then they finally agree for a peace deal where these guys could get some land. Okay, so as we can see here, these guys practically got the southern part of the island, which definitely has one of the I mean, this has the least part of population. This part right here is quite a bit, but this is where the big parts are. So this is kind of detrimental, but they still have areas to expand and explore. And speaking of, oh god, I kind of forgot about this, but this has definitely been explored now. And if I'm gonna be honest, this part down here too. And what happens here is that actually, for one of the few times I think in history, the red team is not the most populated country. Is now actually this one right here. They have become the most populated country in the world. Wow, that's crazy. Now with this new achievement, I don't know, they don't really care because it's practically still the same. It's just they lost a couple people here in the army's death and stuff, which just barely made them lose. But since these guys probably have a higher population growth, they're probably just rebeat them eventually. Now, I think this is a slightly shorter video, but I was going to do it for this one because I am kind of getting tired and dead of doing this. I mean, it's not that bad, but hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I don't know, maybe you guys will see.